E33 was billed to me as basically a JRPG, and yeah, if you were to ask me, I'd probably say that too. It's the same way if you asked me what genre Pokemon was, I'd say JRPG too. The parry and dodge mechanics were a very cool spin on the traditional turn-based RPG vibes, but they felt extremely over-centralizing. The difficulty revolved around figuring out how to not get hit, which made a lot of defensive or support options feel like an afterthought. Buffs like Rush, Shell, Powerful, and their debuff equivalent don't really swing a battle in your favor the same way they do in other conventional RPGs. I find it a bit similar to Pokemon, casually at least, where type coverage is often the only mechanic that really matters. Sure, you have things like setup moves, statuses, held items, but in comparison, they're pretty much secondary compared to making sure you're on the right side of the type matchup chart. For decades, the only JRPG I've really played was just Pokemon, so I learned the hard way that most conventional JRPGs actually require you to utilize defensive buffs, debuffs, and support. You get bodied otherwise, and Pokemon never taught me that lesson for the reasons mentioned above. Likewise, with Clair Obscur and its dodge and parry mechanics, I was constantly paranoid, wondering when I was gonna start getting punished for not emphasizing support or defensive play. It turns out you don't get punished if you just don't get hit. Then again, I'm aware I'm barely scratching the surface of the combat system. So who knows? Maybe I'm wrong or maybe I'm just playing too casually. I want to be clear, I love the combat system and I don't want them to change a single thing about it. It's wonderful the way it is and deserving of all the accolades it received. I just spent the entire game from prologue to credits telling myself, surely the next fight will punish me for not speccing into support.